Right now, you aren't actually seeing this screen. You're seeing a high-resolution hallucination created by a 3-pound lump of jelly in your skull. Here's how your brain is lying to you every second of every day. You probably think your eyes work like cameras, passively taking in the world. But that's completely wrong. Your brain is not a camera. It's a prediction machine. It's constantly guessing what's going to happen next, and what you perceive as reality is just its best guess. This isn't some philosophical theory. It's a core principle of neuroscience called predictive coding. Let's break it down. Think about catching a ball. When a ball is thrown at you, there's a delay, about 80 milliseconds, between the light hitting your eyes and your brain actually processing it. If you waited for that information to arrive, the ball would have already flown past you. So, how do you catch it? Your brain predicts the future. It calculates where the ball will be 80 milliseconds from now, and tells your hand to go there. You're not catching where the ball is. You're catching where your brain thinks it will be. If your brain stopped predicting for just 1 second, you wouldn't be able to walk through a doorway without hitting the frame. You'd be constantly bumping into things, perpetually living in the past. This constant prediction is an incredible feat of biological engineering. Why does the brain do this? It all comes down to energy. Your brain is the most energy-hungry organ in your body, consuming about 20% of your daily calories, despite being only 2% of your body weight. Processing every single pixel of visual information from your eyes would be an enormous waste of energy. It would be like running a supercomputer just to watch a movie. So your brain takes a shortcut. It creates a model of the world in your head, a simulation. Then, it only pays attention to the differences, the errors between its prediction and what your senses are actually reporting. It's an incredibly efficient system. Your brain isn't processing the world. It's processing the mistakes in its own forecast. This process is based on a mathematical formula called Bayesian inference. It sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. Your brain has a hypothesis about the world, and it updates the probability of that hypothesis being true as new evidence comes in. It's a constant cycle of guess, check, and update. This is why you can read messy handwriting or understand someone with a thick accent. Your brain is filling in the gaps based on its prior knowledge and expectations. But this system isn't perfect. Sometimes the predictions are so strong they completely override reality. This is where things get really weird. Take the hollow mask illusion. When you look at the inside of a hollow mask, it looks concave, right? But if you view it from a certain distance, your brain will force you to see it as a normal, outward protruding face. Why? Because your brain has a powerful, deeply ingrained model that says faces stick out. It's seen millions of faces, and they all protrude. So, when faced with a concave face, its prediction is so strong that it literally rejects the evidence from your eyes and shows you what it expects to see. Your reality is being overwritten by a stubborn internal model. Here's another one. Ever felt that phantom vibration from your phone in your pocket, only to pull it out and see nothing? That's your brain making a false positive prediction. You've been conditioned to expect notifications. Your brain is on high alert for that specific sensation. So, a random muscle twitch or the friction of your clothes is misinterpreted. Your brain guessed wrong, and you experienced a tiny hallucination. It's a prediction error, but you felt it as if it were real. The most mind-blowing example is happening in your vision right now. Every single one of your eyes has a blind spot. It's a literal hole in your field of vision where the optic nerve connects to the retina. There are no photoreceptor cells there. So why don't you see a black dot floating in your vision all the time? Because your brain is a master of Photoshop. It takes the information from the surrounding area and seamlessly fills in the gap with its best guess. It might copy the pattern of the wall behind me or the texture of a carpet. You're not seeing what's there. You're seeing your brain's educated guess of what should be there. Think about that. A significant portion of what you see is literally made up by your brain to hide a flaw in your own biology. Your entire perception of a seamless, continuous world is an illusion, a beautiful, functional fabrication. So, what does this all mean? It means your reality is more fragile and more constructed than you think. It's a collaboration between the outside world and the predictive models inside your head. And this is not a bug, it's a feature. This predictive power is what makes you intelligent, efficient, and able to navigate a complex and dynamic world. When you start to understand this, you see it everywhere. It's why jump scares work. They violate your brain's prediction of what's about to happen. It's why magic tricks are so baffling. They exploit the assumptions and shortcuts your brain takes. Magicians are essentially hackers of your perceptual system. This also has profound implications for our mental health. Conditions like anxiety can be seen as the brain's prediction system going into overdrive. It's constantly forecasting negative outcomes, creating a reality filled with threat and danger, even when none exists. The feeling of dread is a prediction. Understanding this can be the first step towards recalibrating that system. It's a reminder that feelings aren't always facts. Sometimes they're just faulty forecasts. The world you experience is not a direct reflection of objective reality. It is a story, written and directed by your brain, starring you. It's a personalized, high-definition simulation designed for one purpose: to keep you alive. And most of the time, it does an incredible job. But it's important to remember that you're always living in the matrix of your own mind. The screen you're watching, the room you're in, even your own hands, it's all part of the grand prediction. You're not just observing reality, you are actively creating it. Thanks for watching. If this blew your mind, hit that subscribe button and let's explore more of the strange truths hiding inside our own skulls. See you next time.